What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, Marvel made the choice to include Galactus in the two Fantastic Four trailers, but only to give us some obscured looks. In the first teaser trailer, we only see the back of his head and his shadow, and in this most recent trailer, we saw basically from his boots up through his shin guards. However, we had a saying back in the day at the channel, especially between Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, that it's always the toys that are the worst sources of leaks, and there we were, a month away from Avengers Endgame, eagerly anticipating the film, when depending on what Walmart you went to across the country, you could purchase a Stark Tech Infinity Gauntlet. Kind of defeats the purpose of trying to avoid spoilers when you're sending out major plot points to these toy factories, they're developing them, and then running marketing campaigns before the film even drops. That's exactly what we've got today, and on the front of a brand new toy set, we may have just gotten our first look at Galactus. We've got the photo for you here. We're going to break it all down, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel. That's all we do. If you're into that kind of thing, thanks to everyone who's been subscribing lately. We are growing again faster than ever. Again, it's amazing. Thank you, guys. If you haven't already, I would just kindly invite you to do so. It's the #1 thing you can do to support us as content creators, plus it enters you for the giveaways. If you want, stick around to the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so real quick before we go any further in this video, this is official Marvel licensed toys to none other than Lego. So what you're seeing here is actual official licensing merchandise for the movie, therefore contains spoilers. You've been warned. Here's the brand new Lego set for the Fantastic Four that features all 4 of the superheroes and none other than Galactus. We did have a picture of him last week in a photo promo that was blurred out, but here we are in clear HD and literally just on the shelves somewhere in Target. Now, what I will mention is some of you may be saying, look, this isn't what he's going to look like in the film. He only has 4 fingers, crying out loud. Sure, but other specific details on this model, like the ridges right above his kneecap on his boots that we know are in the film, are correct, and you can imagine that considering how highly detailed the Fantastic Four little Lego figures are to match their costumes to the film, this is going to be pretty accurate to what we're going to see for Galactus, and honestly, I'm relieved, because to me, looking at this is your classic comic book accurate Galactus that they've chosen to go with. It doesn't seem like they fooled with too many details or tried to update his costume in any way, and I'm really thankful for that. Now, the only other detail I picked up when looking at this is in the bottom left-hand corner, the price says here $369. I hope this is overseas and not in American dollars. I knew Legos got ridiculously expensive. This cannot be almost a $400 Lego set in the US, so someone who's a Lego fanatic, please, for the love of God, chime in the comments and please let me know what the price on this is, because if this is $400, I'm speechless, and how does anyone afford Lego? Now, for those of you who are trying to dodge spoilers for the film and maybe wanted this revealed to be saved for the actual Fantastic Four movie, listen, I feel ya, and I know that this is something that Marvel would prefer not to have hit shelves, but as I said during the prologue, it's got a lot to do with the timetables for how long it takes these manufacturers to turn around these toys, and then when they start running their marketing, they obviously get shipped out early to be on the toy shelves to coincide with the movie's release. Then you have them hitting shelves like this early and fans getting to look at the film, and this is going to be a problem for Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars as well. But to me, there's some intrinsic parts of Fantastic Four that haven't been revealed yet. Like, yes, we know Galactus is coming to Earth. That's what he did in the comics. That's the whole thing. If he didn't come to Earth, there really wouldn't be much of a conflict there unless they flew out in space to meet him. The real rub is why in the world is he coming to Earth, and why is he looking for Franklin Richards? I think there's still some really huge questions with the plot that leave a lot of mystery to unfold and during the film, that I don't think it's too much of a spoiler if we're going to end up seeing things like, well, a first look at Galactus on the front of a Lego box, accurate or not. The other thing I'll say out loud, if you haven't quite noticed about Marvel and how they've changed their marketing MO, seriously over the last 3 or 4 years, is instead of trying to avoid all these spoilers and deny it, they've decided to steer into it. When they announced Deadpool, they announced Wolverine coming back the very same moment. As soon as they started filming, when they could have just held back, they went ahead and showed us the yellow and blue costume first look via social media. They decided to show Red Hulk in the very first trailer for Captain America Brave New World. These are not decisions Marvel Studios would have made normally in previous phases, and now I think they know it's just a little bit easier to give us more about the movies up front to try to avoid people leaking them as spoilers, which I'm totally for, because again, we went into Deadpool and Wolverine not really knowing what the main plot points of the movie were, and as long as they keep a wrap on that and then give us all this other stuff and tidbits and promotion, I have no problem with it. But you guys let me know all your thoughts down below. How hype are you for the Fantastic Four and Galactus? And obviously, between now and then, we've got the Thunderbolts coming up next week, and then Ironheart in June. Speaking of which, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. Alright, all through the year, as we've been doing at the channel, we are giving away PS5s to coincide with Marvel drops. So the next one happens to be Thunderbolts next week, and then Ironheart after that, and then Fantastic Four after that. And I think there's still at least 2 or 3 more Marvel shows on Disney+. If you want to be entered to win or for any of the other giveaways at the channel, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below, and because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here, live with my voice shown on screen when there is a winning comment. So please be safe and vigilant on my YouTube channel, really any other where they're doing giveaways, and if you should ever get some sort of spam in the comments claiming you've won, just remember to report those comments directly to YouTube. They'll be very swift about deleting them. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on, and as always, if you liked today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name is Michael Roman. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at IamFires. Find me on all other platforms under the name AllFires with original music. And while I'd sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.